Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another underrated characters video. And today I'm going to talk about Marth, who, in my opinion, is an underrated character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And starting off, we're going to be talking about Marth's Nair. So the thing about Marth's Nair is that it comes out fast and hits twice and it lingers, and this is really good. Um, so first off, like a huge thing I'm going to be talking about Marth is that Marth is a very skill-based character. You have to constantly get tippers, and that is why he is so underrated. I believe, although it is almost impossible to always get tipper, but that you don't necessarily need to always get tipper. Sure, as long as you can get like 80% consistency on tippers, you'll be fine. So Nair, when you tipper, it does a lot of damage. It covers a lot of space. Good for ledge traps, but I'll get into that later. And it kills very early. Kills around 90% near ledge. If you get the second hit to tipper. So it's just a really good, nice neutral tool, which I believe is somewhat safe on shield, or mostly safe on shield. I think it's around -5 on shield. So when you space it, it is very safe on shield. Next, we have tippers, and tippers. I'm just going to be talking about the buffs that Marth got in the patch. If you want to know more about everything patch 8.0 related, click on the upper right hand corner of your screen to check out my video on that. But anyways, tippers for Marth. Um, so Marth has a mechanic where obviously if you hit with the tip of his sword on any of his moves, it does much more knockback and much more damage. Um, and they buffed that in the patch, so his up air is easier to tipper. It is actually significantly easier to tipper with up air. I have hit someone well inside Marth's sword on the up air, and it's been counted as a tipper before. So that is a nice buff. Obviously, it's not as broken as it was in melee, but it's still really good now. Then they made forward air, which, by the way, is significantly one of Marth's like really good neutral moves. They made that better too because it's easier to hit tipper with that. And then to help Marth close out those stocks, they made his back air significantly easier to tipper. Now I think that Marth tipping with his aerials is going to be a lot easier as a whole now. Really, the only tipper you're gonna need to get the consistency down with is Nair. But other than that, his tippers are looking mighty fine. Next up for Marth, we have spacing. So Marth and Lucina both have a sword. They're both really good at spacing. Spacing is their thing. But especially since Marth has the tipper mechanic, spacing, if you can successfully space out your opponent, that just makes Marth like, that much better. Um, it's just really cool, You can just keep him away with constant forward tilts and forward airs. And run up Nair is also very good because it can poke their shield sometimes, and if it hits, it sets up a ledge trap opportunity. So spacing with Marth is also good. And then of course you can get a lot of free grabs because it makes people question what move you're going to throw out next. And they're constantly in a state of fear, cowering, and shield. And that's where you want them to be. That's where you can get your Nair shield pokes, and that's where you can get your free grabs, which will lead into the ledge traps. Next up for ledge traps, I believe Marth has some of the best ledge trap potential in the game of Smash Ultimate. You can constantly be throwing out down tilts to catch you if you hang on ledge without invincibility. And then he can throw out forward smashes if he reads that you're going to jump from ledge or neutral get up from ledge at the right time. Um, and then he can just force you to make wrong decisions with his neutral air because it covers so much space and it lasts for so long. I believe that covers jump and neutral get up, as well as jump up aerial. So that is very nice. And then of course he has F smash for the hard reads, as I previously stated, and now He has down smash to cover roll behind him. Um, now that they buffed it. So all in all, Marth has some of the best ledge trap potential in the game, in my opinion. That's where he gets his bread and butter. I have had chances where even though I'm using Lucas and Lucas has the extra ledge option with double jump cancels there, I just can't get past Marth sometimes at ledge if they're skilled enough. Next up we have F smash. Oh boy, Marth F smash. Now, although it is hard to hit the tipper, if you land the tipper, that thing is gonna kill at 50%. Like, it doesn't really matter where, it's just gonna kill at 50%. And that is absolutely crazy. Um, it's really cool. Also, technically, there is a kill confirm into it, and that is sweet spot down air into F smash. But that's like MK Leo hard to hit though. Um, but he also does have Nair 1 sweet spot into sweet spot forward smash, I mean. So F smash is just really huge. And then it comes out fast. It's borderline unreactable. And it can poke your shield if your head's sticking out. So yeah, all in all, just a really, really great move for Marth. Next up we have up B. Um not just up B, but also up B out of shield as well. So Marth's up B out of shield is super good. I believe it is frame 4. And so the sweet spot on Marth's up B is right in front of him. So if someone lands on your shield with anything that's unsafe, you can do an immediate reverse up B or an immediate up B, and that will kill consistently at 110, 115%. It's really good because it's you're not really risking having to get a tipper because the tipper is like the sweet spot is like right in front of you. Like, it's a huge sweet spot. So that's really good. And then of course, just the fact that it has an up B out of shield that's that fast means that you can just, if someone doesn't properly space, which, they're probably not going to be able to do because, you'll be spacing them out, you can just get a bunch of free up B out of shields. And also, I believe sweet spot does somewhere around 15%, so they're taking a lot of damage for hitting your shield. Next up, we have side B. Side B is actually crazy, crazy good, and I believe is underrated. If you hit sweet spot downwards angled version, it does somewhere around 30 something percent. It's super good, especially if you can get like the tip. Oh, you're taking a chunky 35% for getting hit by that. Also, you can angle it up if you hit someone mid stage, and the angled up version will lead into a juggle opportunity. Sure, it's not true, but it pressures your opponent, it keeps them on their toes, and it's awesome, It a juggle opportunity for Marth is dope, and it's legit now that his tipper up air is easier to hit. And then, of course, on his side B, if you hit the sweet spot of his regular angled side B, that thing kills at like 60%. I've seen MKLeo actually kill someone at 60% with it before. It is super strong and super powerful. Um, a trick you have to do though, in order to make sure that you get the absolute tip of it, is between the third and the last hit, you have to wait a couple extra frames, and you have to wait until you notice that they're going to drift into it. Like, you just got to wait a little bit for all of the knockback of side B part 3 to occur before you do side B part 4, and then that will ensure that you get those beefy early kill side B tippers. So in conclusion, I do not think that Marth is a low tier, or I do not even think that he's a mid tier. I think at a bare minimum, he is high mid tier to quite possibly, now that he has these buffs, a low high tier. I don't think results will reflect that for quite a while. Marth is a very skill-based character. He is only going to be going up as the meta progresses for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and people's skills improve. So, all right, guys, I hope you liked the video. Please do consider subscribing. I am almost at 50 subs. it would mean the world for me if you could share this with your friends and get the word of my channel out there. I would love to get 50 subs and possibly even 100 subs down the road. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching. And as always, keep smashing.